Welcome to the Chibi drawing exercise. In this episode, you will learn how to assemble those cute miniature versions of well-known characters you see in anime like Naruto, Pokemon, One Piece, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, and more. The techniques I will be showing you are also applicable to American genres as well, like Teen Titans, Justice League, or any other series that might have caught your eyes on Netflix, Disney, or Nickelodeon. Now, why would you want to learn how to do chibi drawings? Well, one, it's fun. Two, it simplifies what might appear to be complex into easier and understandable bite-sized information. Three, it's easy to draw. Four, this will enable you to build up a good visual vocabulary of expressions for later use. Five, makes you more comfortable transitioning to drawing a real size of the characters that you like. Alright, let's begin. The first step to drawing a chibi character is knowing how many heads make up the vertical length of the character from head to toe. 3 heads normally make up a chibi character, but sometimes 2.5 is used. The example I will be using would be the 2.5 method because that's the one that I prefer. Start by drawing 3 circles about the same size stacked on top of each other, then cut the one at the bottom in half, erasing half of it. The easy way to do this is drawing a faint line through the middle of the circle and then erasing the base of the circle. This way you end up with 2.5. So now you have your top and bottom, the full length of your chibi character. So this is what you're going to be sketching over. So make sure you're drawing lightly. Let's draw the torso, which is a simple rectangle that's a bit tapered at the top and wide at the base. Make sure to leave a little room for the neck. Okay, now let's get the legs. Start from the bottom edges of the rectangle and make a straight curved line going towards the bottom. Then for the inside of the leg, you should make the lines a little narrower to create some unevenness with the legs. What this does, it adds dynamism to the character's basic stance without making it look inanimate or boring. Now for the feet are just triangles with one long side. That's known as a scalene triangle. So for the left foot, you want the triangle to be longer towards the left side, and the right foot, a triangle with a longer side towards the right. This gives the illusion of the character's feet pointing slightly outwards, which is a natural stance. Now let's get the arms. Approach the arms the same way as the legs, where one side is curved and the inside a little narrower. It's basically a rectangle. Remember that it's not a human, so think stubby cute limbs with cute little hands. The shape of the arm is like a rectangle. Now let's move on to the hands. The easiest way to attach the hands is to use a hexagon shape with the bottom half missing and attach it to the rectangle-like arm. Now let's move on to the face. To make it easy to place the features on the face, let's put down 2 simple guidelines. So very faintly, you want one horizontal line and one vertical line. Now place the eyes using dots that are not too small but also not too big, and space them evenly across from each other for now. Then place the nose just below the eye line using a cute triangle shape. You should not add nostrils to the character because it's not a human, and the Chibi style uses less details for nose and mouths. Now for the mouth, use a generic smile for now, or you can put a frown. That is up to you, but keep it simple. The less detail you have, the closer you are to achieving that particular style. Now let's talk about the eyes for a bit. Even in this basic example, if you wanted to change the gender of your chibi, you can simply add an extra line on the eyes to represent a simple eyelash to make your chibi into a girl. Another tip is that you could add blushes. At this point, you should have something like this, where your base circles are below your sketch. You should have one sketch, but able to see where you started the construction phase. Remember, I'm only drawing off to the side so you could see how you should be going about constructing your sketch for your chibi. Now that you're here, don't forget to add the ears. Now let's make the character look around. If you're using paper, you're going to have to draw over each of the examples that I'm showing you for the chibis side by side to get the exercise completed. We're going to make the first one look to the right. So have your fresh chibi drawing with the facial guidelines ready. At this stage, you need to understand that the vertical line is for the nose and mouth when turning the head, and the horizontal line is for the eyes and ears, basically. Eventually though, this grid is supposed to be imaginary and used in your mind's eye. So erase your grid when you're done placing your facial features. Because we will have him look to our right, we must draw the eyes shifted more to the right side of the face on the horizontal line, but not too much that it's touching the edge of the circle. For the nose and mouth, draw them across from the vertical line about the same distance as the eyes. Notice how you are able to see the illusion even with your guidelines present, and you can also see the distance from the guidelines you move the features. How cool is that? Now in order to really sell the illusion, erase the ears on your right because the head is turning, and so are the ears. So be conscious of the right and left ear. If you want to, you can bring the ears that's visible forward on the horizontal line. You can erase your guides and have this be your first chibi practice with turning the head. Now for chibi number 2, we are going to have him look up. To make your chibi look up, move the horizontal line up as far as you want the eyes to be staring upwards. Not too much though. Then draw the eyes on that horizontal line. Because we now have the illusion we are under the character, it would be like someone looking at your nose from below you. So draw the nose and mouth further up into the face as well. If you have a sibling or someone around, try having them stand above you and look up from below, and you'll see how it works. You don't have to be exact, it's just for reference, so don't overthink when placing those features. Now for number 3, we will make the chibi look down. Essentially, it's the same steps, but in reverse. So I'm confident you can pull this one off with no hassle. Pay attention to how the ears move down on the head when a person is looking up, and they go up when the person is looking down. So shift the position of the ears to reflect that. From here, we are going to try some more dynamic glances, and I'm going to leave you to it. Congrats! Now you understand how to assemble a chibi correctly. In the following videos, you will learn how to design hair, eyes, props, and a few fun poses to personalize your chibi. So don't get too caught up or anxious with anything fancy just yet. Save those finishing touches for later.